And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know what else we're up to today? We've got to talk about some conspiracies, Kyle. We've got to, really equip our tinfoil hats, which I personally think we did a really good job crafting our hats this week. Don't you think?
Yes.
I discovered a new method. This is, in my opinion, the strongest hat I've crafted yet. I used the turban tech. So what I did is I actually started wrapping the tinfoil around my head to create a firm base, and now my ears are like holding it in place, kind of.
Yeah.
And you also use the similar tech.
Yeah, it's sturdy. It's not gonna fall off. So it's good. It's a good hat.
You know what you kind of look like, dude? This is a very niche reference. Hold on. It's the gnome child from RuneScape. You look like this guy. You look like this guy right here. Let's pull this picture up. Oh, what the fuck? Where's the picture? Either way, I mean, dude, this is you. Little gnome child boy. There you are, Kyle. Right there, dude. It's pretty fire. But who do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first? What do you want to do? You have had this conspiracy in your mind for like a week.
Yeah.
Like, you brought this up to me while we were like on Discord playing games the other day.
Yeah, you want me to go first?
I mean, dude, send it. No,
right.
Take me home, dude. What's your conspiracy this week, Kyle?
Well, I wanted to talk about the RFK assassination.
And by RFK, we're not talking the current RFK.
No,
We're talking past tense RFK.
So, yeah, the RFK that we know today is RFK Jr., the nephew of JFK.
Oh.
This is RFK, the brother of JFK.
OG
Right.
RFK. What happened to him? Like, how did he get assassinated?
He was shot in a kitchen in a hotel after giving a speech. Yeah, he was running for... I can't remember if he was running for president or if he was just running for re-election in the Senate. But he was running for
a public office.
Right, a public office. And he was doing this like big presentation and giving a speech at a hotel, like a big fancy hotel.
Yeah.
They had this big ballroom, kind of like a theater, where you would do like plays and stuff. So he gives this big speech there. And as he's leaving, they like last minute changed the route that he was supposed to take to exit the theater.
Okay.
So he's supposed to go out this one like very secure exit. And all of a sudden, his like head of security says, "No, it's too crowded. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go through the kitchen. It's faster." So they start going through the kitchen. They make it into the kitchen, and RFK was really big. He was huge with the minority vote. And especially like lower income voters were more his, like the kitchen staff appealed to him. So when he walked through the kitchen... So
that's why he was in the kitchen?
No, but once he was in the kitchen, he wanted to talk to everybody in the kitchen. Yep. He had to greet everybody and shake everybody's hands. Because he was big on, he didn't believe that anybody was more important or deserved more respect than anyone else.
That's based.
So, yeah. So when he was walking through like normal lines of people and saw congressmen, he'd shake their hands and stuff, of course. But he would do the same thing if he was walking through a kitchen. So he was doing that. He was shaking hands with the kitchen staff. And while he's shaking hands next to this big cold table, somebody reaches up from the crowd and just starts firing off shots at him. He gets hit a couple times, and he ended up bleeding out on the floor and dying the next day. They were trying to treat him in the hospital overnight. He did not make it.
Do you know how many like bullets hit him?
I think he was hit 3 times.
Okay,
but fatally once. Two of the shots they would have easily, like I think one was in like the leg.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, and then one was in the shoulder. One was in the neck.
Okay.
And the one in the neck.
That's the one.
Right. He was shot with a .22, tiny little caliber. So
interesting.
You're familiar. .22 is not a very like lethal round. Kind of like it's going to take more than a lucky shot to take someone out.
I mean,
with a 22.
people say that 22 is not very lethal, but like if you hit them in the right place,
exactly,
22 is crazy. I've heard, I'm not sure if there's a rumor or truth, but I've read somewhere that if you shoot someone in the 22, like with a 22 right on like this part of their head, like there's a soft part of your skull, and the bullet, because it's so tiny, will bounce around your brain and just destroy you.
Yeah.
So it can be lethal in the right place.
Right.
What's for RFK?
Right. Yeah. So he was gunned down in the kitchen.
Got smoked.
Yeah, got smoked in the kitchen. That's basically like the official narrative.
Who shot him?
Officially, Saran was the assassin.
It's like a name I'd give to like a sim.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a refugee from Syria, I believe.
Okay.
He and his family came over here. Were good people. Like his brother's still here. Like he still lives in, I think, California even.
Really?
They were interviewing him about this sort of recently, actually. So what I think was sketchy about, like what I think was the most sketchy about this, it was that the witnesses were manipulated into giving testimonies that kind of fit a certain narrative.
By who?
I would argue the CIA.
Okay.
There was a witness named Serrano. She was a lady that worked in the kitchen, I believe.
Okay. So she was there firsthand when
Right.
this
So
happened.
she worked for the hotel. I believe she worked from the kitchen staff.
Mhm.
So she was just in the kitchen naturally when this happened. And she witnessed the whole thing play out. She saw the guy pull the gun and shoot RFK. She also claimed to have seen a lady that was with Saran. She said there was a lady with dark hair, a white dress with black polka dots, and like a long pointy nose.
Okay.
And several other witness testimonies described the same exact woman. Dark hair, big nose, white dress, polka dots on it. When Serrano gave her testimony to interrogators, she had this Officer Hernandez.
Okay.
Officer Hernandez, who was also later found to have worked for the CIA for years and years.
So he was like an active duty police officer that was secretly also working for the CIA?
Right.
Interesting. I didn't know it was
I
a
don't
thing.
know how long he was officially a police officer here. I just didn't write it down, but
Yeah.
he was not a police officer for very long. He had just been working in South America for a known CIA front.
So his CIA career predated his time as an officer. That's very sus. That's very sus.
So he comes in and he's the lead interrogator or investigator on this case. And he's questioning this witness, Serrano, who claims to have seen this lady with a white dress and black polka dots. And he kind of like gaslights her into saying like she didn't exist, right? The lady with the dress with the polka dots on it did not exist.
Interesting.
And like he would kind of get like personal about it with Serrano. He'd be like, "Don't you love this country? Don't you want us to be able to find like the assassin, blah blah blah?" And he just kind of like went at this all night with her for like, I think it was like 12 hours long, this interrogation.
It's like a filibuster,
lasted.
dude.
And she was just a witness. She's not even like a suspect. So finally she just gives in, and she in her interview with I think it was CNN. She's like, I was in there for so long. I was so stressed out, and it was starting to feel like they were mad at me for it. So I just straight up said, like, I'll just say whatever you want. Like, you're the police, you're the good guys. I'll trust you. Tell me what you want me to say, and I'll say it. So in her official testimony, she officially said in her statement, I had never seen Saran in person, and for some unknown reason fabricated the details about the woman in the polka dot dress.
She said that she fabricated those details.
Yes, that was her official statement.
So, all right, this is where my mind's going. Correct me if I'm misinterpreting here. it seems to me like maybe that woman, whoever she was, might have been some sort of government asset.
Right. Or yeah, maybe, you know, she worked for, whether it be, you know, the KGB or whatever secret organization she's working for. She seemed to be sort of the handler for Saran.
And this mysterious woman attended this event with the assassin.
Right. And then vanished afterwards. And all like witnesses, every witness saw the same woman, but none of them like actually officially mention her in their official statements in court.
So this woman's identity is still unknown?
Correct.
Oh.
They had another witness who his name was Vincent. His entire testimony, he claims, was fabricated entirely. He says he never gave that testimony at all. He said none of that came out of his mouth ever.
So was it like his testimony presented in court without him being there?
Yes.
Oh.
And then when he was later like interviewed about this, he basically gave the same exact account that Serrano did before she was kind of gaslit by Hernandez, the CIA guy.
Potentially dirty cop. Yeah.
Right. So,
let me ask this: what if you're familiar at all? Like, what incentive would someone have to assassinate RFK? Like, what was he really pushing for?
He did not like the CIA.
Similar to his brother, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And more so than his brother because he blamed them for his brother's death.
Oh.
The same day that JFK died, he called the head of the CIA and he asked, "Did you guys do this?" And they denied any responsibility, of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, he did not necessarily believe them. And rightfully so. I think.
I mean, yeah, I think it's long been believed by a lot of people that JFK's assassination is not what we publicly know right now.
Right.
So this would definitely make a lot of sense to me.
Right. Well, and I think one thing that keep in mind, so in a lot of the JFK conspiracy theories, a lot of conspiracy theories believe that he was shot from behind.
I've heard that before. There was multiple shooters.
Right. So there was multiple shooters, and the real shooter might have shot him from right behind, like maybe even just the back seat. You know, maybe it was like his security officer or whatever. LA's chief coroner and medical examiner, Thomas Noguchi, said that the fatal shot for RFK came from right behind RFK's right ear of a distance from 1 to 3 inches.
It's very
so
close.
All the witnesses say that he was shot from in front, from a revolver. This guy Saran just lifted up his arm from the crowd and emptied the magazine or whatever from his revolver into RFK from in front. The coroner and medical examiners say he was shot from 1 to 3 inches away from behind, like his security officer, you know? Like the only person that would be 1 to 3 inches away from him, behind him, would be his chief of security.
It's very strange to me, the similarities between RFK and JFK's assassinations.
Right.
Where in both cases, they were allegedly shot from the front.
Right.
But it turns out they were likely shot from a different angle.
And I guess there was like so much chaos that night in the hotel. They never actually checked the officer's gun. The officer that was like right behind RFK when he got shot, they never checked his gun. He apparently lost that gun soon after and replaced it.
An officer lost his gun?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Like a month later.
Oh, yeah, I just happened to lose it, bro. My gun is gone, dude.
Yeah, as soon as they actually wanted to look at his gun, he lost it.
So, oops.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oopsie.
Now, there was a door frame that was next to RFK when he was shot. They were doing all these forensics, right, in the kitchen where he was shot. Too many bullet holes. He was shot allegedly with and I mean more than allegedly. The revolver did hit him. Just like I said, in the shoulder and the leg, maybe not fatally. A revolver, as you know, has a very limited number of bullets, yeah? So you can't, in the heat of the moment, reload a revolver and keep shooting.
Yes.
It's not an easy, switch. So if there's too many bullet holes in the kitchen, there must have been another gun. Well, I think there was 10 bullet holes in the kitchen found, and the revolver that Saran was using only held 8 bullets. So the door frame next to RFK was removed and destroyed before the investigation began, which had 2 extra bullet holes in it.
This don't make sense to me, Kyle. Something ain't adding up here.
Yeah. Saran's brother claimed he was a gentle pacifist sort of dude and had recently suffered a brain injury, which was treated via hypnosis.
The fuck kind of treatment is that?
Right.
You feel better.
Yeah.
You feel so much better and
Yeah,
you want to kill RFK.
He was trying to get into horseback riding, and he fell off his horse, hit his head on the ground, and injured it. He suffered brain trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So to treat this, concussion, basically, brain bleeding, hypnosis. So yeah, as a Syrian refugee with recent paper trail of brain trauma, he was kind of like the perfect subject, I would say, for the CIA to use as like a puppet.
I mean, hypnosis is a crazy treatment method.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to get hypnotized real quick? You'll feel so much better.
Well, and he claimed to have, so when he was arrested after the shooting, he claimed to have no memory of the event whatsoever. Then when he was later put under hypnosis, he remembered everything and could recount every detail of the shooting. And even was gesturing, because he had his eyes closed for the hypnosis thing. He was even gesturing,
A vision came to him of him just smoking RFK.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
And it was also interesting to me that during this hypnosis, he just kind of kept gesturing like that a lot of times. He kept going for a while. Mm-hmm. Apparently, also after he mag dumped into RFK and he was tackled by bystanders, he kept doing that. All the witnesses claimed to have heard his gun dry firing. So the whole time he was on the ground, he was still pulling the trigger like that. I think that's a little bit interesting as well.
You think the CIA hypnotized him that day? Go shoot him.
Yeah. So there's, so his brother says that his brain trauma was being treated with hypnosis. It's kind of, I think that, they were hypnotizing him for several months ahead of time, kind of conditioning him for this. I don't know. I think that's very weird.
I mean,
treating a concussion with hypnosis.
I think it's pretty well known that during this era, the CIA was up to some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not very far-fetched to say that this could have been reality. And it's, what's really scary about all this to me now is I try to think man, we didn't find out about this stuff until decades later. What kind of sketchy shit is the CIA doing now that we aren't going to find out about until 2050 or some shit?
One more detail about the RFK assassination. There was an agent who is said to have been involved in RFK's brother JFK, President JFK. Mm-hmm. He was said to had been behind JFK's assassination and Martin Luther King's assassination. He was present at the hotel during RFK's murder.
He just happened to coincidentally be there for all these major assassinations.
Exactly. So that was David Morales. David Morales, shortly after RFK's death, died of a very suspicious heart attack.
How is it suspicious?
Well, he had a seemingly normal heart attack, but then they kind of refused to treat him. Medical services, and this is not, some bum in the middle of nowhere. This guy was probably living in the middle of a city somewhere. He worked for, the CIA, and at the very least, he was a government official.
Yep.
Right. And it took over 5 hours for emergency services to respond to his call, or to the call for him like having a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not bring any oxygen with them.
That doesn't make much sense to me.
Right. So they could not really, they wouldn't help him in the ambulance. And then it had taken them 5 hours to get him to the hospital. So he had died, obviously, from just lack of treatment, basically.
Call me cuckoo. Sounds like they smoked his bitch ass.
Yeah.
Sounds like they smoked the fuck out of RFK to me, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think we'll ever know the truth about this? Like the real truth, or no?
No.
This country's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
This country's fucked up, Kyle.
Yeah, I think there's certain things that certain things like the Vietnam War, our government will come out and say like, yeah, all right, we lied to you, you know. Other things, I think our society would just collapse. You know?
Yeah, I don't think our government will ever admit to directly harming its own citizens.
Exactly.
Like, we'll always, like, if it's some international shit, like, oh, yeah, dude, we maybe dropped a little too much Agent Orange on a bunch of Vietnamese kids, but, like, the moment it comes to us, I mean, the implications of our own government assassinating a political official in our own country is, like, terrifying.
Right.
Like, immediately, I think our country would probably collapse.
Agreed.
You know?
So I don't think they would ever admit to it, and I think they would, go to the ends of the earth to keep that hidden. To protect our country from just collapsing.
I feel like as a country, we're pretty close to that point, though. Like, we're getting closer by the year to, like, slowly trust in the government is decreasing. People nowadays, if you ask someone like our age group what they think happened to JFK, a lot of people are going to say like, dude, he got assassinated by the feds. Yeah. Same with MLK. It's like pretty obvious he got smoked by the feds. But like, we're probably only a few decades away from like, I don't know, we might have a revolution soon, bro. Yeah. Like, I feel like there's never been a lower point in government trust than now. Like, post-World War II, everyone was just like, dude, the U.S. government's amazing, bro. Fucking listen to everybody. The FBI only works for the good of our people. And, like, that sentiment's gone, dude.
Right. Yeah. Well, and they've now openly admitted to things, like the Vietnam War, where they said, originally, oh, we were attacked, and we were defending ourselves. Now it's, we weren't attacked. We were the aggressors the whole time, like things like that. Puts distrust in the government, because there have been no huge changes or policies or like amendments to make us think that this sort of thing couldn't happen again. All that ever happened was they were like, all right, we're sorry we did that.
Oops.
Yeah. What makes us think if they did that 40 years ago, they're not doing that today,
You're not fucking wrong, dude.
So I think, we're probably not far away from, if something like that came out and was public, I think, we would probably have a revolution.
Damn. I mean, I can't publicly say we should have a revolution because I feel like I'll get whacked next. But, like, man, I'd be cheering. I'd be cheering. That's for sure.